Hello sewing friends! Make sewing on the go easy by making the Patchwork Traveling Sewing Kit with Starling Fabrics by Artgallery Fabrics. Start by taking 2 sets of 2.5-inch squares from fabric B and C. Draw a diagonal line with a straight edge and fabric marking pen from corner to corner. Sew on each side of the line you drew at 1/4 inch. Cut on the line you drew to reveal 2 sets of half-square triangles. Place your half-square triangles with the blue triangle fabric down and the other one facing up. Place them on top of each other and draw a line corner to corner. Make sure seams are nesting into place and pin pieces together. Sew a 1/4 inch on each side of the line you drew and cut on the line you drew to reveal your hourglass blocks. Trim your hourglass blocks to 2.5 inches. Place the following units out to create your star block. Sew into rows and sew your rows together to make a block that looks like this. Next, sew a 1.5 by 6.5 inch strip from fabric D to a 3/4 by 6.5 strip from fabric E to a 1 and 6.5 inch strip from fabric F. Repeat this step again to make another unit with the remaining pieces. Now sew each of these units to the top and bottom of your block to make the front of your sewing kit. To make the inside pocket, take a 3.5 by 6.5 inch strip from fabric G and sew to a 3 by 6.5 inch strip from fabric D. Match your bottom edges together and press your piece to reveal a 1/4 inch top edge. Top stitch top pocket down. Next, take a 2.5 by 6.5 inch strip from fabric G and fold it in half and press. Take the raw edges and fold to the center crease mark and press again. Now fold in half and press. Top stitch on each side of the strip to secure it into place. Place your strip and pocket on a 6.5 by 10 inch rectangle from fabric C and stitch down on each side. Now take a 5-inch square from fabric G and fuse some fusible fleece to it. Mark 1/2 inch around your square with a fabric marking pen and cut on the line with some pinking shears. Next, take a 2.5 by 6.5 inch strip from fabric E and fold it in half and sew at 1/4 inch. Attach a safety pin to one edge and inch your tube right side out. Choose which side of your strip is your favorite and place it on a 6.5 by 10 inch rectangle from fabric F and stitch down on each side and stitch around your fusible square to secure it to the inside of your sewing kit. Next, sew your inside pieces of your sewing kit together and outside pieces at 1/4 inch. Place the inside of your sewing kit on some thin batting and stitch a line down the middle to divide the pocket and strap holder. Audition your tools that will be put into your sewing kit and stitch lines on each side to your strap to be able to fit each tool. With a thin piece of batting, quilt the outside of your sewing kit. Place wrong sides together and match up middle seams and stitch in the ditch to attach the inside and outside pieces. Then stitch all the way around your piece at 1/4 inch. To make the ties to close your sewing kit, I use AGF's 2.5 binding. I made a video teaching 3 different straps you can make using AGF's 2.5 binding, so check it out in the link in the description box below. Attach your ties to the center front and the back of your sewing kit. Bind your kit and it's ready to be filled with your top sewing essentials. Make sure to share this video with all your sewing friends and subscribe to the AGF channel for more fun sewing tutorials like this one. Until next time, happy sewing!